is there a preparation thing which we can do post conception, post pregnancy, while pregnant, or after delivery? Where we can be more prepared that if this happens, so that it doesn't really happen. And God forbid, the tools that if it happens, that you've told us, turn to help, right? But what is there anything we can do so that we don't have this or have it to it's much milder?
What I personally feel from my experience and from what I've learned is you need to prepare for pregnancy the right way. Get into a fitness routine, get into breathing exercises, get into yoga, start taking out time for yourself, invest in your self-care so that you have a pattern. Because काम करना, घर संभालना सब कर रहे हैं. This is what's, it's depleting you of your energy. Those are things you're doing to survive, to basically live your life. What are you doing for yourself? You do nothing. Then you get pregnant, okay? Then postpartum happens and you have no more time to do this anyways. And whatever you're doing is starting to deplete you of your energy, because that's I would say, a pressure situation in your life postpartum. With physically, with hormones, situations, your child keep falling, relationships change, so much changes. And then you don't have time to go back to that. So I would say when you prepare for a pregnancy, first focus on yoga, physical fitness and mental fitness. Yoga, meditation, breath work for mental and movement.
True.
You just do walks. That's enough. You don't have to go to the gym if you don't have time. I'm not saying that, but you get into that path. And once you're here, life takes you somewhere. You get more informed, you learn coping tools. So that I think is preconception. When you conceive, you continue to take out some time for yourself. Again, to do something people think self-care is just like a manicure and pedicure, just like Netflix and chill and wine and diet. But no, not that. While that's important, you also take out something. You inculcate certain habits that will help you then. I really strongly believe in journaling. So I think for a pregnant mother to get into the habit of journaling, Garb Sanskar, meditation,
Nice.
Online support groups or local support groups where you know what real motherhood feels like, because it's not how we see, how it's shown in movies, etc. Your fourth trimester is not like that. And to focus on the fourth trimester, you prepare for the fourth trimester. How do you prepare? You talk to your spouse. Few things that are real conflict areas must be spoken about. Are we going to hire help? Are your parents going to come or my parents are going to come? That needs to be clear, because that's a very conflicting point too. Being in touch with each other about how they're feeling, because everyone's busy. You don't get time. And suddenly in postpartum, you don't get time at all. Right. So that becomes a big trigger. So you talk about how you will take out time then. Talk about how you're going to divide chores. Right. Speak about finance. Speak about boundaries. Like, are we going to allow visitors? Are we going to allow, socialize in the first month? What will happen if, what are the things, which hospital are we going to choose? All these are discussions that need to happen, because, it may sound like, ye to koi baat bhi kar leta, but they don't. And then when it's, it's time to do it, everything becomes a conflict area. So fourth trimester, this is, I would say, if I had to redo it again, I would really have these conversations. And I would say, try to be informed. That's very important. That no matter how much you do, when a person needs help, if you can't be there, it again puts you back to square one. So if I had to put it down in bullet points, physical and mental health before your pregnancy, and to prepare for the fourth trimester would be conversations with your husband about health, finance, spending time with each other and making that a priority, and also deciding on hospitals, name, what would you name your child? Are you going to get help from outside in terms of in-laws? Because that's again a conflict area. So these are conversations that must happen, and how to divide baby chores. You must have these conversations, because it's very important that things are clear for both of them. ऐसा ना हो कि बच्चा हुआ and then you're like, तुम तो कुछ भी नहीं करते, मुझे ही सारा काम करना पड़ता है. But what all you want, there should be a start, because the truth is, no matter how much you prepare, You might not be fully prepared for postpartum, but once you start having those conversations, no, you open that discussion with each other. So that discussion is what's going to help you in that postpartum period.